Scorpio, a very warm welcome. My name's Drew. This is Modern Tarot. Today, first of all, those that have seen me before, welcome back. And for those of you that are new, welcome. So today is all about December, guys. It's the first 2 weeks of December, the 1st to the 15th, I think. And it's just to give you a heads up what to expect, energies around you, how you're going to be showing up in the world, and maybe a few surprises along the way. So anyway, Scorpio, no messing around here on Modern Tarot today. Going to get straight into it. One more shuffle, guys. Some of you might be dealing with the Capricorn, just wanted to pop out, or Capricorn might be significant in your life throughout the first 2 weeks of December. So, Scorpio, are you not feeling very attractive at the moment? Scorpio, what's going down? King of Wands in reverse there. Okay, so the center of your reading is you're patient, you're calm, you're taming the lion, you're taming anything that might be a challenge for you. So it's the center of your reading. You're very patient for the first 2 weeks of December. Some of you could be holding back. The challenge is the Page of Pentacles. Some of you might be holding back on a project that you wanted to start for various reasons. That came out in a previous reading for you guys. So it's almost like the challenge is to get something off the ground. You might have to start from zero, but you're being patient with it. Does that make sense? All right, the reason why it's all happening is, Queen of Swords. She looks at facts and figures. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, I'm just dealing with the energies of the cards. All right, so an air sign. You might be dealing with an air sign, or it might be a mother figure. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, which might be significant in your life throughout the first 2 weeks of December. But if it's nothing to do with family or anything like that, it's about you dotting the I's and crossing the T's, being patient about a project that you want to get off the ground. In the recent past, you closed out cycles. So like the world, we've got endings. Some of you might be living abroad right now, but we've got the world. Okay, so the world talks about endings and new beginnings, new cycles. It's the end of the Fool's journey, and then we start again. So some of you might be on the precipice of coming into January, last month, December, going into January, major changes ahead for you. It's a major arcana. So it looks like major changes are coming, Scorpio. Your focus is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is all about fast communication. You might have someone flying in, this can talk about air travel, but your focus is one about it's fast movement. So some of you might be really, Some of you might be dealing a lot with research and those kind of things. Air, it talks about communication. Some of you might be doing a lot of research and you're really going to town on that, ready for the new year in this new project. For some of you, I'm reading for many people here. What you don't see coming towards you as a bit of a surprise, burdens, all right? Something might come in to surprise you, but we're going to clarify, guys. It might not be that bad, right? Your energy, all right? You're playful this month. You're the Knight of Wands. This is all about action. This is about passion. It's about, going for things. So you might find that your energy levels might be great for the first 2 weeks of December, guys. Looking good, Scorpio, so far. All right, you're getting over any disappointments by love, life, work, and kind of like healing. Scorpio's looking good. All right, you're fearing, some of you might be fearing to drop a burden. Now, I don't know what the burden is, but it's an irrational fear. Whatever that is, we're going to clarify in a second, guys, all right? So, and the outcome for you is High Priestess in reverse, all right? This is not being secretive. This is secrets coming to light. This is almost like clarity. You might find yourself to be more open, rather than the secretive world of Scorpio and being quiet and just all-seeing, all-knowing. You might actually find that, I'm just going to speak up, speak my truth, nothing hidden with me. So you might find yourself being quite transparent with people, which is great, Scorpio, because I know that in previous readings, it was all about having those difficult conversations, and there's nothing to fear, So let's clarify now. Why is strength the central issue, for you going into December, the first 2 weeks? Let's have a look at this, Scorpio. Beautiful Scorpios. Let's have a look. Why is strength here? All right, you're having patience, okay, Scorpio, around maybe an internal conflict. You know, you don't want you don't want to spend too much time thinking about a project anymore. You want to kind of like get it off the ground because you don't feel where you are where you want to be financially. So it's almost like, although you've been patient, you're kind of itching with the Knight of Wands here as your energetic field. You're kind of like itching to get it started. Does that make sense? And the challenge is to start again. This might be a brand new project, one that, you've really got to start from zero, no contacts, nothing like that. Yeah, it's really like, it's a challenge to start it, but you don't want to wait anymore. Um, Whatever decision this is for you throughout December, I mean, it could be love, guys, but I'm reading for many people here. So, if it's a work situation or a new project, it might be somebody might be in relationships and you really want to take it to the next level and you're in a bit of a rush to do it. Careful with that, all right? Don't be trying to lock anyone down, Scorpio. But yeah, you don't want to wait around, all right? You want to get it started. And why is it all happening? Is the Queen of Swords. Why is that? Right. So you don't want to think about past mistakes. You don't want to think about the past at all. You're very clear about what you want now, Scorpio. You're not walking around with the black cloud, over your shoulder or the black dog following you. It really is about you're very clear that, you know what, it doesn't matter what happened or went down in the past, I've got my ducks in a row here with the Queen of Swords and I'm going for it. I'm crossing the T's and dotting the I's. In the recent past was the world. Why was that here for you? I don't want to dwell too much on the past, guys. We're going into a new year, and I just want to give you positive messages, all right? The past is the past for a reason, they say. Um, okay. Yeah, so in the recent past, Scorpio, sorry, a huge motorbike has just gone past. Sorry for the noise, guys, if you can hear that. This microphone's pretty sensitive sometimes. So yeah, there was like endings, new beginnings in the recent past. You might have taken a bit of a time out. Okay, you might have held back from communication or having those difficult conversations, but it looks like you are going into December being very transparent with yourself and with people. The Knight of Swords is your focus. As I say, some of it can talk about air travel for, like the Christmas bit. Far too many, guys. We got another card of travel, but there's too many cards there, which was the Chariot. So, yeah, this one here. Okay, so your focus is, you might have done a lot of research here with the Page of Swords in reverse. This is looking at competition. This is looking for suppliers and all these kind of things. It's like a little bit of spying, but in a good way. It's not, what's the word? It's not sinister. It looks like you're doing research with the Page of Swords here in reverse. Collating information, and your focus is to really to go for things. Social media, marketing, those kind of things might be really important to you. You might be researching that kind of stuff for your new project, Scorpio. What you don't see coming is the Ten of Wands. Why is the Ten of Wands here? All right, just be careful with your thoughts that you don't get burdened by the whole thing and think it's all too much for you. It's not getting off the ground because of, your lack of patience or wanting to get it done very quickly. From little acorns, great oak trees grow, they say, Scorpio. Just be careful that you don't feel burdened by it and you kind of want to drop the ball on it because it looks like it's going to be great. So just watch your thoughts and don't be pessimistic, I think. Your energetic field is great. It's the Knight of Wands. This is young, youthful, ready to take action, looking to travel and discover, those kind of things. Yeah, look, your energetic field this month, Scorpio, is one of positivity with the Knight of Wands here clarified by the Three of Wands. So, some of you, it might be projects where you have to deal with overseas. Some of you might have someone coming overseas, to visit you, in the new year, possibly. But it looks like, yeah, your energetic field is one of, I'm going for it. I'm kind of passionate about this. I'm hopeful with the Three of Wands here. He's got two wands. There's the third wand out there, and there's a sea and there's a distant land. It's one of optimism. It's like, okay, got this, done this little bit of research. What's next? Does that make sense? Outside influences, getting over, heartbreak from love, life, work, or, yeah, and we've got the card of independence. So it's almost like enough disappointments, enough of giving too much to too many things, really focusing on myself, and going for it. Does that make sense? So you might be looking for self-sufficiency, Your fears is the Nine of Wands, which is dropping burdens. Okay, just watch your thoughts, Scorpio, that you don't be saying to yourself, this is never going to work, this is never going to work. It's an irrational fear. I got a fly in the studio. Yeah, just watch your thoughts that you don't become pessimistic and give up before you even start the project. Does that make sense? But it's very easy to go into that frame of mind when it's the Page of Pentacles, like starting all over again, It takes great strength to start again, and you've already got strength in the center of your reading. The outcome is the High Priestess in reverse, all right? Yeah, look, you're going to be very transparent, okay? You're going to be very open. You're going to be quite sociable throughout December. Okay, so you might be reuniting with people and friends and just generally enjoying life and celebrating life. Does that make sense? Despite of what's going down in your work life or your love life. But it seems that your focus is one of going for it, being passionate about it, being hopeful, becoming dependent on yourself with the Nine of Pentacles here. She's got all of her ducks in a row, this chick, male or female. But it really is, I've got this shit. I can hold my own. And it's almost like the end of codependency, relying on other people to get things going for you. Does that make sense? So you're becoming really independent. Does that make sense? So what I want to do now, I want to clarify, I want to give you some positive messages throughout this month, things that might be important to you. Have unwavering faith. It's comforting to know we can lean on a power higher than us and have complete faith that your desires and needs are being taken care of. Watch your thoughts, it's all happening, Scorpio. And I think it's been coming for a while. This is a little idea that you might have been brewing for months for you. Forgiveness, letting go, healing, growth, and compassion. Compassion for yourself, when you have these moments of pessimism and it's not going the way I want, have compassion for yourself. We all go through it, right? Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So free yourself from overthinking, negativity, negative thoughts about will it ever work, these kind of things. If I Were a Song, this deck is called. And it's Yesterday by the Beatles. That song might mean something to you. The title might mean something to you. The lyrics might mean something to you. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Watch your thoughts. I think that card is actually speaking to me right now. Just watch your thoughts. When I am grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. So be grateful of the learning opportunities and the research that you're doing, that you're crossing the T's and dotting the I's. Be thankful that you even have a project to work on, Scorpio. Some people are lost in life and they have nothing to aspire to, and they're not in the Knight of Wands and the Three of Wands like you, which is all about hope and passion. Scorpio, it's great. Okay, exhausted in love. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to decipher this card for you. Maybe it might be a case that you're a kind of person that put everything into your love life, and then suddenly you're realizing, yeah, but you know what about me? What about my desires and my passions outside of my number one person? Does that make sense? So it's almost like exhausted in love, possibly in this reading, is to become more dependent on yourself and not rely on anyone to make you happy, because nobody really can. They're too busy making themselves happy. Does that make sense? So it's almost like the end of codependency for you, or any codependent traits that might have been, sitting there in the residue of your being. Does that make sense? One more. You came way closer than anybody else. It kind of scared me, to be honest. Okay. So, it looks like this is part work, part love. And I think what it is, Scorpio, is, forgetting the past here, realizing, maybe I was a little bit codependent in the past and relying on others to bring my happiness, but they're too busy doing their own thing and making themselves happy. I'm going to be more independent. I'm going to be self-regulating with my emotions and all these kind of things. Does that make sense? It's great, Scorpio. It's like great self-work. I'm going to take one more. I've done that one. I love how we can step away from the superficial and dive deep. Some of you might have someone around you that you can talk about anything with, and nothing is taboo, and it's all fairly deep and kind of satisfies the angel and devil within Scorpio. You guys can talk about anything, and if anyone can handle the dark side, it would be Scorpios, right? I think that's about it, guys. It looks like one of self growth. It looks like you're becoming passionate about a new project. It's been coming for some time, Scorpio, but you've got the passion and you've got the optimism. You're going to be very transparent with people and especially with yourself. You're going to be celebrating throughout, the festive season. Christmas is coming up, guys. Your focus is, one of discovery, one of research, researching your competition, crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So it looks like the first 2 weeks of December for you, major changes and pushing forward. Just watch your thoughts that you don't put yourself into a pessimistic state and undo the great work that you're doing on an internal level. Does that make sense? So Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Drew. This is Modern Tarot. If you like the content, please like, share, or subscribe. It means the world to me personally and the channel. It means I can continue to do this for free for you. In the meantime, Scorpio, take it easy. Have an amazing first 2 weeks of December, and I'll see you mid-month for just a mid-month check-in to see how you're doing. Take it easy, Scorpio. Bye now.